Hey guys, it's Holly True. I know that I had promised that I would go ahead and create a video for you guys showing you how I do my editing and everything else. And so that's what this is a quick little tutorial on how I accomplish my clean edits. Now, I have a couple different editing styles that I like to kind of mix in with my photos, but it's a very small number. I'd say probably 3 to possibly 4 different editing types that I'll do on an image. But all of those edits are very simple, clean, pretty classic editing styles. I personally just choose to keep my editing style pretty simple. So this is an image of Haley, and this is straight out of camera. There's not really anything done to this image at all, as you can see over to here. What I start with is I actually pull my images into Lightroom, and then I will do a quick little cleanup edit on the images, and then what I will do is I will actually transport them into Photoshop so that I could just kind of do the finalized edit to the image. So for this particular image, I will show you what I would do to this. So to start with, what I would actually do is go ahead and increase the warmth in this image, the temperature, just a touch. So I'm going to bump it up just a little bit. From there, what I would do is I would actually go down to the black and bump that up. So I like to keep it somewhere between 14 or 15, somewhere in there, just because I really like the blacks to be black. Aside from that, then what I would do is go down to the contrast, and I would bring the contrast up just a touch as well. So just about to 28 there. Then what I will do, let me zoom in here really quickly. Now, as you can see here, the image is very clear, but what I like to do is bump that clarity up just a touch more. So I'll take that up into, somewhere between like 10 to 15, somewhere in there. So 14 looks good to me. Then from there, what I would do is I would bump the vibrance up just a little bit because I really want to warm this photo up, but I don't want to actually adjust the temperature. So just by taking in the vibrance, it's going to just give it a little bit more of a color pop that I'm looking for. And then I like to bring that saturation up just a touch too, but not very much. A very small number will do a lot. So this is literally the equivalent of what I would do to an image. So as you can see here from left to right, this is what the image started as, and that's what the image is now. So just a small change, not a whole lot done to the image, but it's enough that it really warms up that image and really brings it up, right where I want to actually start with it. So from here, what I would do is I would actually go ahead and I would export this image. And let's see here. So I've already created the folder where it's going to be going. I've already got Haley's name tapped into that. So I'm just going to export this image really quick. Once this image is done exporting, what I'm going to do is go ahead and open it in Photoshop. So let me shrink this down here. And of course my computer is crawling, so I apologize that it's taking it even this long to transport a photo. As you can probably tell, I have quite a few programs open on my computer right now. So in Photoshop, I'm going to give that a second. In Photoshop, I'm a self-proclaimed action junkie. I really love my action sets. Over time, I've been able to collect quite a few fabulous actions, but I've really whittled it down to simply using just 2 or 3 different actions. So I recently purchased Portraiture, and that was a purchase that I really wasn't really certain that I should do, to be completely honest with you. I wanted to make sure that I could keep my editing aesthetic. I've taken a lot of years to kind of create my style and my brand, and so I wanted to make sure that in getting Portraiture that I wasn't suddenly kind of creating a new look for my images, and that I could seamlessly bring Portraiture into my editing style, but still maintain the same type of editing style I've always had. So the cool thing about Portraiture is that you can really control how much of it you use and how much skin smoothing and everything else that's going on in your pictures. So I do really like that aspect of it. So to start with, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to zoom in here and look at her skin and kind of see what's going on. So aside from Portraiture, something else that I really love to use is Kubota Image Tools. So now I kind of have my editing style down to something very simple where I will run Portraiture on it, but then I will also finish it up with one action from Kubota that like, no joke, I don't think I could live without. So I'll show you what that process is. So to start with, what I'm going to do, I use the clone tool, and what I like to do is just go in and just do like a quick little cleanup of the skin, just kind of getting rid of those small little imperfections in her skin. Now, Portraiture is going to go in and it's going to kind of take care of some of the imperfections, so I don't have to be, you know, too attentive to some of the imperfections because it's going to smooth those out. The other thing is, I really don't want my clients to look like they have absolutely like porcelain skin, because that's just not realistic. And I know that some people really like to edit that way, and that's fantastic, but for my own personal taste and my own personal style, it's not what I prefer. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just clean this up and go up in here and make some little adjustments in her skin right here. Just small things, nothing much. As you can see, Haley has beautiful skin, but just little things. So aside from that, what I would do typically is go in here and just minimize this little line right in there. I have this set to 40% opacity, so it's not going to take it away completely, but it is going to go in and just clean it up a little bit. And so again, I want to keep it looking as natural and as realistic as possible and not make it look like she, you know, doesn't have anything under her eyes, because that's also really not natural. So aside from that, what I would do is come in here and just clean up these little hairs right here. Some of them, I'm not going to clean them all up because, again, the wind was blowing. We're working in natural elements. And so I want to keep that as part of the photo. I mean, that's stuff that we were laughing about and joking about during her shoot. I'm not suddenly going to make it look like you know, her hair didn't move or anything else. So let's see here. So that's about what I would do to that. Then what I do is I actually would go ahead and run Portraiture on this. Once I run Portraiture, I can see what else I need to do to the photo, you know, what else would need to be adjusted. So I'm going to run that really quickly and put that on there. I've already got my settings pretty much set to a default in here, and so I'm not really going to have to make any other adjustments in it. It's already set. The only other thing that I have to do is go into here, and I like to take that little Doppler tool and you know, put it like right at the bridge of her nose, just so I can kind of adjust how much of it's going where, and it shows you here where it's all going. So I'm happy with that. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is let it run its course. I have Portraiture set so that it actually runs it as a layer, and so that way, again, I can control the amount that I'm actually putting onto the image, which I like that. So once it's done doing that, what I typically do is just kind of look at it and see what I think. Sometimes I'll take that the opacity down in this, and sometimes I don't. Again, it really is just a matter of taste. Each image is a little bit different. Judging from this image, I'll probably leave it at 100% because I don't think that it's going to be too much. But again, once I see it, I'll kind of make that deciding factor. Once it's on there and I'm happy where it's going to be, what I will do is I will actually go in and change the opacity, or excuse me, I'll merge it, and then I'll go in and do a little bit more cleanup. So right here, I'm actually really happy with the way that it looks. As you can see, this is with it on there, and then this is without it. So it's just a very small amount of airbrushing that it does to the skin, but it just makes it really pretty and soft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge that layer into the background layer. And then what I'm going to do from here is actually finish this image up with let's see here, with Daily Multivitamin, which is from Kubota Image Tools. When you run this particular action on top of it, what you're going to see in this image is you're going to really see the details come to life, and you're going to see the contrast bump, and you're going to see a little bit more warmth go into the photo. Now, I absolutely love this action simply for the reason that I really don't have to do anything else to the photo once I run it. So when you purchase Kubota Image Tools, I will tell you that Daily Multivitamin is worth the money you spend just for the one action. That is how much I love it. So you'll see it right here. It's just about to finish up. And it's going to also run as a layer. So you'll have to go in and merge it once you're happy with where it is. So as you can see, this is with it. And when I take it off, you'll totally see what it looked like before. So this is the before, and this is the after. So it really, really changes the look of the photo. And I really have to admit that I love the way that it looks with it. So that is ultimately what I would do to a photo. So let me zoom back out here one more time so you guys can see what the photo looks like here. And this is literally what I would do to a photo, and that's really it. Again, it's not too much, honestly, but that's how I would edit. So what I'll be doing is I'll be posting another video for you guys pretty soon, showing you some different methods that I have in different editing styles, using a couple different actions in there. I hope that this has been resourceful and helpful for you guys. Thank you guys so much, and have a fabulous day.